You ever stare out at a body of water and just get that feeling that it's hiding a secret? For as long as we've been around, we've told stories to make sense of the world. And some of our absolute most powerful legends, they're born right at the water's edge.
And that's a huge question, right? It really gets to the heart of something deep inside us. Are we just trying to explain the unknown? Or maybe capture our biggest fears? Or is it something more? Something about life itself?
Well, to find some answers, we're going to head to the mountains of central Taiwan. We're going to explore this incredible foundational myth of the indigenous Sha people. Because hidden inside this ancient story are some amazing keys to unlocking that connection we all feel with water.
Okay, so picture a world that's in perfect balance. A world of total peace. Now imagine all of that being shattered in an instant, plunging everything into a darkness you can't even fathom. That's where our story kicks off.
You can almost see it, can't you? The Shao people living in complete harmony with their land. They farmed, they fished, everything was good. Their days were predictable, guided by a sun they could always count on and a moon they knew would follow.
And then, bam, just like that, with this violent shake and a terrifying sound, the whole world changed. The sun, it was just gone. Can you imagine the sheer panic of that moment? A total midday darkness with zero explanation.
And the fallout was immediate and catastrophic. Without sunlight, the entire ecosystem just collapses. The vibrant world of the Shao people was literally dying in the dark. And then the moon was stolen too, leaving them in absolute despair. The message was terrifyingly clear. This was the end.
But in these moments of total crisis, that's when heroes step up. A young couple, Da Jiange and Shui Shijie, they just refuse to accept this fate. They know exactly what's at stake. This isn't about glory for them, it's about the survival of their entire world. So after this grueling journey, they follow a faint, dim light, and they discover the culprits. The very source of their world's life, the sun and the moon, have been stolen by two massive dragons, who are just playing with them like they're toys. In that moment, they realize just how big this challenge really is. So, the stage is set for an epic battle, right? But before we see what happens next, we've got to pause and really understand what's truly going on here. Because this isn't just an adventure story. It's like a map of ancient beliefs. So, let's break this myth down.
Why a lake? Why not a mountain cave or some deep, dark forest? The choice of setting here is so important. The lake isn't just scenery. It's basically a character in its own right, loaded with all this symbolic meaning.
And what's just wild is how universal these ideas are. You look at research into folklore from thousands of miles away, in Uzbekistan, and you see water described in these exact same ways. A place of magic, a portal between worlds, a source of rescue. The lake in our story isn't just a hiding place. It's the magical realm where the impossible can actually happen. And this connects to another really powerful idea, something that's often called the wild feminine. Think of it as this archetypal energy that's deeply tied to things like water and the moon, symbols of intuition, of nature's cycles, and of this untamed strength.
This is our heroine, Shui Shijie, to a T. She isn't just some brave woman, she is the embodiment of this wild, intuitive feminine power. It is absolutely no coincidence that a story about getting the moon back from a magical lake features such a strong female hero. She is the human connection to the lake's ancient magic.
So we have this powerful template, right? A magical lake, a heroic quest, a deep connection to cosmic forces. But what happens to this blueprint as it travels through time and across different kinds of stories?
Well, let's take a look. In our origin myth, the lake is sacred. It's a place of heroism. But then you look at a folk tale like the Moonlit Lake, and the lake is more like a magical damsel in distress that a young girl has to save. Now jump to a modern thriller, and that same lake becomes a place of pure, sinister terror.
The contrast is just night and day. The ancient lake is a source of life. The modern lake in a thriller? It's a symbol of all our deepest anxieties. The scary stuff lurking just beneath the surface. The magic is still there, but now it's gone dark.
So what does all this mean? It means that while the details change, the core building blocks of these stories, their very DNA, are still incredibly powerful, and they continue to shape the stories we tell even today. A journey into the unknown, a wild, mysterious setting, a fight to bring light back to the world. These aren't just themes from one Taiwanese legend. They are fundamental. They are the absolute core of how we tell stories.
Just think about that one idea for a second. A dangerous quest into the unknown, to uncover a secret that could change everything.
Okay, now let's hop in a time machine with me for a second, all the way back to the year 1903.
That exact theme, well, it's the engine that drives what many people call the first great modern spy thriller. It's about two buddies exploring the stormy waters of the North Sea, trying to find a secret that could mean war for their country. See? It's the same DNA, just in a different outfit.
Or how about this one? A setting that isn't just a place, but an active, challenging force that reflects the wild, untamed emotions of the characters themselves.
That is the very soul of Wuthering Heights, where those windy, desolate moors are just as much a character as Heathcliff or Catherine. The untamed landscape is a perfect mirror for the untamed hearts of the people who live in it.
So, what's the big takeaway here? From an ancient Taiwanese myth about dragons stealing the sun, to a classic English novel, to the last thriller you streamed, these primal stories last. They change their clothes, sure, but their heart stays the same. Which leaves us with one final thing to think about. What are the monsters in our lakes today, and what heroes are we sending out to face them?